Hey everybody, my name is Lucia and I'm here with Sanctified Supply Co. Today's video is a little bit different as I'm going to be doing a product review on the postpartum and the birthing buckets by Refuge Medical. One of the buckets was gifted to us by a customer and the other one was gifted by Refuge. However, they have no idea I'm doing this video. I just wanted to give an honest review using these buckets for a home birth as well as a hospital birth and why you need these buckets. So let's jump into the video. Okay, so in this video, I just kind of wanted to share with you guys what we used and why we needed it. We originally planned on having a complete, midwife home birth, and we ended up having to go to a hospital, and I ended up needing both buckets anyways, so I'm really glad that we had them. Okay, so some of the things that I ended up needing right off the bat from the birthing kit were absorbent pads that you can put underneath you, and although we were going to have a home birth, we're planning on having the home birth at the midwife's house. So we had about an hour drive. And even if we would have had a hospital birth right off the bat, we would have, again, had an hour drive the other direction. So those were really, really helpful. These are like an absorbent pad, and you don't know when your water's going to break. So these you can lay underneath you. They also put them underneath you in the hospitals under you. These little absorbent pads, really, really helpful just getting to where you're going to go to have birth, or let's say you're going to have birth in your own house. I mean, I could still see wanting to have those on your sheets or on your bed. So those were the number one thing that we used right away. The other thing that was really helpful was that there are these puke bags in the birthing buckets. I didn't actually end up needing to use these, but I thought I was going to because with my last birth I did. So there's a couple of these that are in the birthing buckets, and then also a couple trash bags. Very, very helpful. The trash bags can also double as wet bags. So if you do end up having your water break all over your absorbent pads, you have somewhere to put them, that sort of thing. Very, very helpful. Another thing that we didn't end up using because I didn't think to use it right away, but was really helpful to have, are the hydration salts. Hydration salts are really good to have pre and post and during labor. You want to make sure that you're plenty hydrated. I did have coconut water in the car, so I think that's why we kind of skipped using these, but I do have them, and they're either going to go back in the bucket or they'll go into one of my other Refuge Medical kits to have on hand in case we ever need them. Now, those were just some items that I would have used on the way to the midwife. As I started to dilate and contractions were ramping up, I had a very rare condition where my contractions did not let up at all. It was one after the other, and they were extremely painful, and I dilated super fast. Like, we're talking dilation to birth was like 2 hours. So as the baby's heartbeat dropped to a very dangerous low, they rushed me into an ambulance, and I went to the hospital, which luckily was very close by to where the midwife's house was. But when we got to the hospital, we had a healthy, awesome delivery. The doctor was amazing. There was quite a few supplies I actually needed. So I was like, hey babe, will you go run into the car and get me my stuff from my postpartum bucket? So yeah, I made sure to grab that, and some of the things that I really needed, they might have had them, but nobody offered them to me, was like the witch hazel solution. I just got spit up on me. Hold on. Was like the witch hazel solution. I did have my own diapers and pads and all that for my own supply, and those are also offered in the postpartum bucket. But these, I asked for an ice pack, and they literally gave me a bag of ice. Okay, these are amazing. You just snap them, and they get cold. You can, yeah, those are called the perennial cold pack. They're cold packs. You could put them in your liners or whatever you have. And these are amazing. And I was shocked that they didn't offer me those, because my last birth they did, and this time I didn't have it. The other thing that I used a lot of, and it was probably like something I would recommend and a gift that I would get people if they were going to have a baby, is the aftercare tincture that was amazing. So that was an additional thing, and you can add it to your cart when you're checking out to get your postpartum care bucket. But I 10 out of 10 recommend that regardless. Like, make sure you have that on hand. Babies are going to arrive when babies want to arrive, and you can never be too prepared with your birth. So I definitely would say go ahead and get yourself a bucket if you're pregnant, or get one as a baby shower gift. They're amazing. I mean, they're just really good to have. The Refuge Medical team did an amazing job putting together these buckets, and we're so thankful that we have them. They definitely came in handy, and I'll make sure that I have these supplies on hand for any future births that we have in our home. I want to encourage you guys, if you haven't checked out Refuge Medical, I'll link their shop down below. Go ahead and check these out if you're pregnant or if you have a friend that is pregnant. So 10 out of 10 recommend. Thank you again to the person who gifted the bucket and Refuge Medical and their team. We really do appreciate you guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Shalom. Don't cry. Don't cry. It's okay. This is gonna be hard. Do you want to say hi? Do you want to say hi? Boop. It's okay. It's okay. Takes after his mom. Oh. Okay. It's okay. Oh, it's all right. All right. Where's Auntie Sam when you need her? Aw.